These are typical country estate woodlands, often called policies. They're not natural, they would be planted to enhance the appearance of a country estate. Here we have the estate of Lainshaw, near Stewarton in East Ayrshire. There are a few native trees, there's some oak trees for instance, but many of them are not native. So here for instance we have a typical lime tree. Lime trees can always be told from the growth at the base. It's thought to be a sacrificial process. The tree may get damaged, its bark, by the likes of deer. So it instead produces large numbers of these, what would normally be dormant suckers, growths, and the deer eat those instead. And by doing so the bark's protected, and also the number of these will increase. The result of them being eaten is simply to encourage more to grow. Typical of these estates are the beech trees. So most of the trees here are beech. Beech are not native to Scotland. Also very typical is the Rhododendron ponticum. Again, not a native plant. One of the big drawbacks to having beech trees is that the leaves rot very slowly. And that means that anything that normally would grow beneath them is prevented from doing so. It's basically buried in this layer of leaves and cases of the seeds. The result of that is that beech woodlands, though attractive, because there's no doubting that these trees are quite magnificent, is that there's very little in the way of ground flora. Those plants that you would find in, say, an oak woodland are absent. All you find is some grass tucking its way through, perhaps some ivy, and very little. You can always tell beech in winter because the smaller trees, or to a certain height, they retain their dead leaves. And that is another protection against the deer. Deer don't like eating dry, tasteless leaves. So by holding onto them up to the level that a deer can stretch, that protects the buds because the deer won't eat them. It's called marquescence. You find it also in oak trees. So a typical estate woodland. Attractive, but not great for wildlife.